YouTube, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's Monica Loves You with Astro Vibes. And today I'm going to be talking about emotions and how your emotions affect you on a personal level. How does your emotions, how you respond to somebody, how you respond to somebody who maybe throws emotions at you, how does all this energy work? Okay. And in my discovery, as a person who actually studies human design and studies spirituality and studies these things that are not in the mainstream, I want to share with you exactly what a solar plexus is. Okay. Now, the solar plexus is something that is mutating over time. Okay. The solar plexus is a certain element within human beings that creates emotions, that creates development, mutation, all of these things. Okay. So I'm going to really break this down for a lot of you who may not understand what a solar plexus is. Some of you may understand a solar plexus from the chakra standpoint of things. And some of you may know the solar plexus through human design. So if you're completely new to this and you have no idea what I'm talking about, stay tuned, watch this video till the end. It's going to give you a solid idea and understanding of what it means to be an emotional person. Now, to get down to statistics and the basics, the first thing that is good to know about a solar plexus is that solar plexus, everybody has a solar plexus. Every single person in the world has a solar plexus. Now, what you want to figure out about yourself or about other people that you deal with is if they're emotional beings. Now, everybody is an emotional being. Every single person in the world is an emotional being. However, everybody takes emotions in differently than other people. So the first thing you want to find out is if you're an emotional person. If you're an emotional person, it means that you may have outbursts. You may have days where things are great, things are not so great. There's a lot of ups and downs in your life. And a lot of people don't necessarily understand why they have these ups and downs, okay? So if you're a person who maybe you've been classified as bipolar, maybe you've been classified as ADHD, maybe you've been classified with depression, whatever you've been classified with, I want you to understand that it's okay to have outbursts. It's okay to have days when things aren't going that great. It's okay to have days that start out bad and days that end good, or days that start out good and end bad. So the reason why I'm doing this video is because I want people to be aware of emotions and how emotions could potentially affect you as a person. It can affect your relationships. It can affect your jobs. It can affect a lot of things, even relationships with family. Now, my personal experience is I've learned that I'm an emotional person. I've learned that I'm ruled by my solar plexus. And there's different types of beings in human design. So once you find out what kind of human being you are, whether you're an emotional person or you're not an emotional person, it will really help you with your relationships. It will help you understand yourself better, and it will help you explain to other people. Not that you have to explain to other people why you're the way you are, but it's good to have an idea. If you're in a close relationship, you can explain to your partner, look, this is how I am, take it or leave it kind of deal, right? So the solar plexus discusses an element of emotion, okay? And emotions are there for a reason. A lot of people are like, you know what? Why don't you take some drugs so you can control your outbursts? Why don't you take some, antidepressants for your depression? Why don't you take some sort of pills to suppress that emotional behavior? And you're going to see over time between now and 2027, you're going to see that a lot of people are starting to learn more about the solar plexus, because the solar plexus it's a wave. It happens in a wave, okay? And there's three types of waves. There's the tribal wave, the collective wave, and the individual wave. So you need to see which wave you are on. And a lot of people want to understand why why do I have good days sometimes? Why do I have bad days? Why do things work out sometimes and don't work out? And, why do I have, people in my life that can't stand me because I have my emotions take over and this and that? Your emotions are there for a reason, okay? The first reason why we have a solar plexus is because inspiration comes from emotions. I'm going to say that again. Inspiration comes from emotions. When you have a level of inspiration, when you are using your experiences that you've experienced to help others, when you use the ability to take those emotions and turn them into something beautiful, whether it's creativity or music, or it could be anything really. You can transmute anything into anything that you want, especially your emotions, but you have to know how to do that. So this is why the solar plexus is there. This is why we live in a world now where it's not about survival anymore. It's about waiting in long lines and filling out certain paperwork and getting a job. And our world today is not based on fight or flight. Okay. And fight or flight deals with the spleen. Okay. The spleen is a totally different mechanism and knowing center. Whereas the solar plexus it's an undulating force that goes up and down and up and down and up and down. So I always wondered, why is it that I have days that are amazing? I have days that start out amazing. They're so beautiful. I wake up, I'm like, oh, I've slept well, the day's going well, and then all of a sudden everything changes and it turns into a bad day. And a lot of people might wonder, like, why does that happen to me? Or the day starts out really shitty, really bad, and then it turns around into a really good day. This is the form of the being emotional. This is why this happens. The good days and the bad days, that's all emotions. That's all emotions. That's all, that's where the inspiration comes from. And many people may not understand how to maneuver energy like that. Many people might say to themselves, I hate this. It sucks. Like, I want to be able to have a normal day. I should be able to get up. Everything should be 100% perfect. Everything should be, if I start out with having a good day, I should end having a good day. And it doesn't always happen like that for an emotional person. Emotional people usually go through things that the average person wouldn't go through. Like, people might say to you, oh my God, like, it sucks to be you. It sucks to be you having experienced that, or I'm sorry that you have to go through that. So the purpose of this video that I'm doing, the reason why I'm doing this video is because I want to explain to people that your emotions are there to create inspiration for you, okay? Whether you're autistic, whether you are bipolar, have depression, whatever the case may be, I'm trying to explain to you that it doesn't matter, how you experience your emotions, or if people like you or they don't like you, or you have good days or bad days. It's important to use that energy that you have to be able to create inspiration for other people, okay? Your experiences that you have in your life, whether they're good or bad, are there to help you create an experience for somebody else, okay? It pushes you to create an experience for yourself. Another thing, emotional people have to wait. They need to wait for clarification, okay? Whereas a person with a spleen who is ruled by a spleen does not have to wait. So I'm saying 50% of the population has to wait. Usually emotional people want to jump into things because their emotions are so heightened, right? So when your emotions are heightened, it's like, have you ever felt really good in a certain moment? You're like, oh my god, I feel so great, I feel so great, and then things don't really turn out the way you want them to turn out, and you go from being on a high to being on a low. That is what it's like being an emotional person with a solar plexus. So the idea with emotions is being able to wait at a for a certain time for clarification. Okay, the recommended time to wait is sleep on it. You can sleep on a certain idea. Maybe you want to do something but you're not sure. You should sleep on it. You should wait over time. Another thing for emotional people is you need to be able to understand that it's not personal. Okay, it's not personal. Whenever somebody reacts to you in a certain way, especially somebody who is emotional, and this is for people that are not emotional as well too, if somebody reacts to you in a certain way, you have complete 100% control on how you react back to that person. It's like if somebody cuts you off on the road and they get pissed off at you and they get upset at you, you might respond back to them by doing something. That's what an emotional person would do. But the smart thing to do is understand that it's not personal. Most of the time when people get angry or upset, it's because something personal happened in their life. It has nothing to do with you, even though it may seem like it has something to do with you. So the thing is with the solar plexus is it's not personal. Do not take things personal ever. If somebody doesn't talk to you, if somebody's mean to you, if somebody you just feel like, oh, that person hates me. No, that I'm telling you, the likelihood of that person hating you, it has nothing to do with you because it's something that they're personally dealing with. This is how emotional people are. Emotional people are here to give inspiration. They're here to help other people who are not emotional understand emotions. They are here to be different. You're not here to be in a box. You're not here to be like everybody else. You're here to be yourself. So understand that an emotional person needs to take time in doing things, because sometimes when you're pissed off in the moment and you react, that reaction can have a huge impact on your life to the point where your life can stay the same forever because of that one emotional explosion that you may have had in a certain given time. Okay. Another thing is emotional people, there is no truth for emotional people in the moment. So if you're an emotional person, you find out you're an emotional person, you will realize that in the moment, nothing means anything to you in the moment. Okay. Because everything that happens in your life is going to have an experience that happens for a very long time. It's like a relationship. You might have a really bad day in a relationship. Things might not go really well in that one day, but you've been married to that person for 25 years. And there's good times and bad times. But the point is that that person really loves you. The person is most likely really going to love you because they've been with you for 25 years. So that cycle of being with somebody for 25 years means so much more to a person than just a stupid fight in the moment. So emotional people have their times when they're just like, they're crazy. Like people will look at you like you're crazy. And I'm here to say it's completely normal to be a little bit crazy and a little bit eccentric, especially in a world that we live in today. We live in a world that is very changing, that is technologically based. And the emotional center of the solar plex is now mutating. So it's mutating. We don't really understand what it means to have autism or to be bipolar or have depression. We don't understand it. We're like, what is this? This just popped out of nowhere. I don't understand why depression is such a big thing in my life. Why am I depressed? Why can't I be normal? Why can't I get up and go to work every day? Why do I have times where I start a job and things don't work out 3 months later? Like your emotional solar plexus is there for you to be a guide, for it to be a guide to you. So it's important to understand how your emotional centers work. Okay. Now, just to go on a side note, if you don't understand human design and you're somebody who experiences depression, or you're somebody who experiences outbursts, or whatever the case may be, please look into human design, understand what type of person you are, how you have your emotions, how you can use those emotions to benefit you. Another reason why I did this video is because I want to inspire people to be more creative with their life. I want people to be more interested in understanding their emotions and where their emotions come from, and how they can utilize that melancholy, that time when you're down. Do you ever feel like you're so down to the ground that, some people feel suicidal, some people feel like I shouldn't live, whatever you feel, that energy can be transmuted. So I should title this video, How to Transmute Your Emotional Energy. How do you transmute your emotional energy so that you can better live in a life where you don't feel guilty about how you're responding? Okay? So to mutate your emotions, it's to take your experience. Let's say you have a bad day. Okay, I'm having a shitty day. I'm having a bad day. When you feel low down like that, okay, that feeling that you have, whether it's in your heart, your soul, your mind, wherever you're feeling that in your body, it's important that you take that energy and you say, you know what? I'm going to do something. I'm going to do something with this. Okay, I'm down. I feel low. I feel like I'm not worthy. I'm going to write a song. Many artists do that. Many artists go out, they write a song. Okay, maybe somebody cut them off. They write a song about, this guy cut me off, blah 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 blah, whatever, or my girlfriend broke up with me, or my boyfriend hates me, or whatever the case may be. Whatever it is in your life, I lost my job. Use that feeling of feeling down to transmute it into something that is going to create an inspiration for somebody else. Okay, I'm going to say that again. If you're an emotional person, it's important that you use that energy to create inspiration for somebody else, because somebody else is probably going through the same thing you're going through, and they don't know how to get out of it. They don't know how to make their situation better unless they have somebody there to show them. So in many cases, emotional people are here to be leaders. They're here to help other emotional people get out of their personal situations that they're experiencing. So if you don't know if you're an emotional person, I highly suggest you go to humandesign.com or Google Human Design Calculator, type in your birthday information, and see if you are ruled by your solar plexus, and start doing research on it. It's so important to know if you're an emotional person or not, because that information is going to help you harness who you are as a person. Okay? Just because you're an emotional person, you have depression, ADHD, whatever the case is, bipolar, autistic, it doesn't mean you're stupid. It doesn't mean you're dumb. It doesn't mean that you don't belong in this world. It means you're here to inspire others. You are here to inspire others through your emotional outbursts, through the things that you experience in life. Creativity is important. Being a leader is important. Writing music, drawing, creating art, creating videos, even creating videos on YouTube about having depression, or, human design. So my question to you now is, what can you do to understand your emotions better? How can you use your emotions to inspire other people? What can you do to make yourself understand it's not personal when somebody has an outburst towards you, or is mean to you, or upset with you, or whatever the case may be? It is not personal. Things take time for emotional people. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Things take time for emotional people. Emotional people are not going to understand what is going on in the moment. Because when your emotions take over to the point where you don't even know what you're doing. Sometimes you don't even know what you're doing, and you're just doing it. because maybe it feels good or it's going to make you feel better. And a lot of people suppress their emotions. I don't recommend you suppressing your emotions through drugs, through drinking, or anything like that, okay, or other outlets to suppress, because those emotions, when you feel down like that, when you feel like I can't breathe, I'm pissed off, I'm down, you have to be able to transmute that energy. How do you transmute your energy, your emotional energy, into something positive? That is the question of this video. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope that this video really helped somebody or is going to help somebody understand the solar plexus more. I will be doing more videos in the future on this. If this is something that you like or you want to know more about spirituality, solar plexus, human design, astrology, anything like that, please comment below. I will do another video. I will keep pumping the videos out as much as I can. And if you like astrology, you like knowing about yourself, learning the intricate details of what it's like to be a human being, please subscribe to this channel, share this channel as well. And I just want to thank you so much for watching my videos and really taking in the information that I have to share with you guys. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. And I hope to see you guys again on the next video. Ciao.